Hey, Savage Killer. Let me ask you a question. I just looked it up, and so today it says you gained around 64,000 points, infection points. How do you farm that much? Like, honestly.
question before I see.
Huh?
Do you know why are you here in the AP?
No, I don't.
Give me 1 second.
Can I know why I'm over here?
I'm sorry, Mrs. E. I apologize. Give me like 2 more seconds. I think making you.
You said you think they probably what?
So at this moment, you're being asked and ordered to do 20 laps for the reason of. Give me 1 second. I'm checking my logs real quick. All right. I'm just gonna be here just trying to record what's going on. I've been recording as we've been here the whole time. Um, it is 6:49 Eastern Time. Major General AJ the King, um, asking Mrs. Eve Dayton to have done 20 laps, do AP. Um, Evidence are being um, brought up as we're speaking, and the person in charge of making sure that you imply with those 20 laps, or it could go indeed to something else. Uh, I'm pretty sure you know what's going on. I don't buy the you don't know what's going on. Honestly, I I would just give me a few seconds more. I'm gathering everything. So
I mean, you don't have to buy it. I literally don't know why I'm over here. You're not giving me a reason for why I'm over here or why I have to do 20 laps. I'm confused with why I have to do 20 laps. I'm also confused on why I got brought over here. But I'm doing 20 laps for speaking to Abdi. And is that what you just said? For speaking to Abdi? What did I do? Can I call the FG over here? I want the FG over here or something because I don't understand what's going on.
I didn't know Miss Eve. I didn't say no name or said that you got to do 20 laps because of Mr. Abdi. I didn't say that none. I said that I'm just here to record you doing your 20 laps. Why are you doing them? Just telling you. I've been telling you plenty times to give you a few seconds to Mr. You know LTG Richie will come and speak on. I never said or had any way of saying to speak on what you did. I'm just letting you know why I was here.
Well, you're saying that you don't buy why I don't know, and I literally don't know. If as a gen, y'all are supposed to tell me these certain things like that. So I'm confused on why I have to do
Okay,
20 laps, and you still have not told me 20 laps.
I shared about that in the meeting too. It's because of you not asking permission for calling somebody to Westgate, and we don't allow that to happen. Even if you're at Southgate, you gotta have a permission. If you got
When was that
somebody
a rule?
visiting you, then over there, if there's somebody colonel or above, they're gonna inform it to you that, ma'am, Eve, you've got a visitor. Please come visit him. But you called somebody who was at a vacation. He already is gonna get a reprimand for that, along with 20 laps. But since he's on a vacation, we're gonna wait for him. And I was just gonna give him laps, but FG said that he's gonna get a reprimand. So for you, it's just gonna be 20 laps. Sir AJ, you get to decide the route, and please let me know when she's done. Thank you.
I need FG to come over here, please and thank you. Because you didn't. Hold on, hold on. I'm not done. Because as a gen, you're supposed to tell me that I'm not supposed to do certain things like that. You just took it and went with it. So I'm not even trying to be disrespectful at that. AJ, I didn't know that we're not supposed to have anybody at Westgate. No one told me that. None of the hard hats told me that. None of the gens told me that. He just came over there picking with Big about him being over there. And then not a damn hard hat that was higher than me had somebody else over there. But it's an issue when I have somebody else over there. It's an issue call somebody else over there. I don't get that. Why is that like I don't see why that's just call FG over here, please and thank you, because that doesn't make sense. I'm getting laps because I called someone that's on vacation over to Westgate to talk about a car. That doesn't make sense.
Mrs. Eve, I fully understand you. At the same time, what you gotta
Then y'all
understand
have
is,
no evidence of that.
oh, I listen. I fully understand you. I hear where you're coming from.
Okay,
But
let me tell you. Let me tell her. Can you please tell her this? It was not just you calling her over there, calling her a little big over there. It was also about you being disrespectful. So I had a video. That's how it happens. Let me tell you this: how the higher ups handle the situation. They always need a yeah. I'm telling you, day before yesterday night. So I had it on body cam, and I informed you about everything, and you said that that is so stupid. It shouldn't be. That's the exact that you guys are not well, And so I mean, I don't have to explain you everything. You got to do the 20 laps, and that's how I was ordered. That's what AJ was ordered, and that's what you were ordered. So we all followed our orders. It's up to you if you want or no. If you need,
Well, I
you
can
still.
ask. Well, Richie, what you're not understanding is I can ask questions on why I'm getting punished for something I don't know about. One, two, I didn't call you anything. You were the one who called me stupid. I have it on body cam. If you want me to send it in, I will. You called me stupid because you didn't inform me about something that I didn't know. That's a valid reason to be mad about something. That doesn't make sense.
Okay, I got you. So just share that clip with anybody you want to tell them that you was called stupid by me, and I'll face the consequences. What that's the same what I did. That's the same for you. You could do that. Send it to Alex, DFG, FG, whatever you think is the right person, so they can help you with that. But for now, you have been ordered 20 laps, and make sure you complete them real quick so we can go ahead and do complete the other tasks that we've got. We've got a drill going on right now. We've got to guard gates, and then we've got the next day starting. So you
It's
probably
also
need
not
to be
disrespectful
already.
behavior to ask questions. It's also not disrespectful behavior to ask questions on what I did was wrong. I asked you why are you getting upset that I called someone at Westgate, since when was that a rule? Because no one informed me of that. That's not disrespectful. That's just me asking a question. I don't know what you call disrespectful, but that personally is disrespectful to anybody. All I do is ask a question. And don't be like I'm arguing back either. I'm asking questions on why I have to do 20 laps. I'm also asking for FG or someone higher than you to come over here to explain the situation, because that is, honestly, I'm confused. I've told FG this before. If I'm confused about something, I want to talk to someone higher than you. That's not that I'm going to refuse to do the laps. I'll do the laps if I did something wrong, but to me, I didn't do nothing wrong if I wasn't informed of something that I did. You just took that and then sent the video, and you didn't let me know that that was something wrong.
The laps are just to make sure that you don't repeat that stuff. If you had done something wrong, you already know that you was gonna do something wrong. You would have never done that. Now you know it's wrong because of whatever you're gonna face, man. It's not like we're trying to fully put you down or something like that. We're
It is
just
though, because you let other hard hats that are higher than me do the same thing. But as soon as I do it, you want to have me run laps for it. It's the same thing.
this is the
How
exact
it's
same
set
thing
up.
you told me over there. This is the same thing you told me over there that night, that all the hard hats do that. And you said that I have it on body cam. I told you that share them clips with me and we can talk about it. But um, that's enough from my side. I'm still rolling. I'm gonna share this clip again. I was just trying to save you of reprimands because you're a great soldier. But it's your call. If you don't want to follow the rules, the chain of command, it's your call, ma'am. You're just
I can follow
disrupting
the
chain of command, third base rule.
I followed the chain of command completely. I asked Big Franks to come over here. He's higher than you. I also asked for me to give me the FG so I can talk to the FG about it. I'm not
All
refusing
right,
to do.
Mrs. Eve.
I'm not refusing.
Mrs. Eve, I apologize. I don't mean I've been giving you the respect since I came here. Um, I've been trying to be nice. I have also other people I gotta go take care of at the same time. I'm here to do the recording for your 20 laps. The roots of it is gonna be not far as well as you gonna do 20 laps. I'm not an asshole. I'm not those type of dude that just gonna be go far as the mountains and come back. I'm gonna try to like I have to go see a lot of people. So is going on. I don't have no proof or have nothing what's going on. What I do know and have to go and follow chain of command and follow my orders. And it's to, do this and handle what I can handle right now with you. I do apologize what's going on and sorry that you're going through what you're going through right now. But at the same time, I have a job and a duty to take care of and handle. So, if we could just do your 20 laps, you get a catch of a DFG or FG, you're able to do so. Right now, as in this situation, the higher up that we're talking about and the sanctions that you're getting from is through LTG, Mr. Maniac Richie. So at this time, we're asking you to know more than welcome to go and speak to FG about it. At this time, the orders were from higher up, from LTG. It wasn't from him because the orders were approved by DFG and FG. So at this time, all I'm asking you to please, handle the 20 laps, and then you can go about, what you have to handle, because I gotta go and handle what I have to handle.
So I can't ask questions now. So me asking questions is me not following the chain of command. Is that what you're saying?
No, absolutely not. You have the absolutely right to ask any questions at any time. That will make me a better, because then I will know that you understand and know the knowledge of it. Next time, I don't understand why people didn't tell you of it. The people that didn't tell you should have gotten in trouble, honestly, because they should know that better, and knowing that they being looked at from lower ranks to higher up, they should be noted at all time. This is, why we sit down and have meetings, and we have briefing, or people should be put aside and talked to, or even just if they even don't know the knowledge or know the knowledge, still us as suits should be going around and should be doing that thing. But I I will encourage you. I will make sure that you don't make it the same mistake next time. That you see somebody else doing that, you talk to MG or you talk to somebody that higher up and you ask a question. That doesn't mean that you're gonna go snitch on somebody, or you're gonna be like, oh yo, this dude gonna get in trouble. No, that's you knowing for yourself knowledge and for somebody else to know as well. You might know that you can help somebody else as well, that you're doing that. So just make sure that next time it don't occur or don't happen again. By learning from that, it will get better.
So I got another question before I do these. Do I have to do the laps and get a rep, or get a rep for not doing the laps? Like, which one is it?
That
Do I
right
get
there,
a rep for not doing them, or do I, like, I'm so confused. So what's the punishment if I do not do these 20 laps? Because I honestly feel like as
LTG.
I shouldn't have to be doing laps if he as a gen has not told me anything I could not be doing.
Mr. LTG Richie. Can you explain that for her, please?
Yeah, don't worry about it. You did your job. Thank you, sir, AJ. I'll take it from here. So, ma'am, I ain't sure about the rep. I just really don't want to see you having a rep, because it's gonna show up forever on your record. And doing lap is because of what you did was not acceptable. It was not just calling somebody, and it was the whole scenario over there. I mean, if you asking for a rep,
Fredericks, go with them off the base, and then I'll meet you at Southgate. Just go with them for a second, and then I need this rep. I'm not doing 20 laps for something I didn't know about. Give me a rep.
What are you fussing about? What's going on back here?
He's saying that he's like, I don't know what's wrong with Richie. He's been picking with people.
You say what? All right. Definitely not at this gate, or definitely not at Westgate. It would have to be in the front. Yeah, and you do have to relay to everybody so everybody knows. And I don't know what's going on with that, but it's definitely not your concern at the moment. I'm gonna need you to go ahead and go to Southgate to the beginning of the gate, and we have a high. We have people that do medical training, people past the hiring event. Just what? Yes, I am an MP. Come over here. Stand right there. And some other bit. Yeah.
Bye, Isaac.
See ya, buddy.
He was rejoined.
Jazzy, I'd like you to be in charge of grabbing passports and post them on Discord, please.
But to make it, go ahead and stand behind Frederick over there by the tower. The other player, go stand behind him. Go where he's standing at, by the tower to your right. Go down there.
I'm gonna lie. About my Tahoe, 5 billion for it.
might have done wrong.
Think he's trolling.
No, I don't think he meant to run on the concrete.
What did he even left off doing? He said somebody to take his place, but what was the last thing he did?
He's got
doing-
those passports. Passport of
Yeah,
that guy.
Yeah, he was doing passports, so you'll take that over. If anybody else comes. Did the second individual not clock out, log off, or did they leave?
I think
The lag out.
Copy.
he might be relogging or something because I don't see him online. So I have him as a friend, so I don't see him online.
It looks like we're just gonna have the one. Take this gentleman to RT.
Okay. Well, it's only one I'm gonna take. In. In the car, I'm taking you down to get your interview.
No, he's a Gen. I think Daniel, are you FG?
I'm only an MG.
Well, Daniel, I got a question for you. Is it disrespectful to tell someone that I called that person up there? That's not following rules or something?
Oh, I'm not sure. Would be between you and the polite were on.
Mrs. Eve, can you get in, please? Hey, Mr. Bone, you handling this situation, brother? Suffer.
Fredericks.
Wait out here. Wait out here.
All right, we're at this one.
All right, Mr. Frederick, stand right in front of us, please. Mr. Boone. Everybody calls me Gucci. Boone, would you like to lead this one, or would you like me to?
I'll let you lead it.
All right, copy. All right, Mr. Frederick, my name is LTG Gucci Hitman. To my right is MG Daniel Boone. To start off the interview, I'm going to have you say your in-game name and your IRL age, please. All right, perfect. Before we begin, I'm going to go over the 5 base rules. These are very important to remember, and we ask that you follow them at all times. At the end of the interview, I'm going to ask you to repeat 2 of them. So try and remember as many of them as you can. What was that? All right. Have you been in military on a different server or this server? Okay, cool. What server? On this server? Oh, okay, I got you. All right, so you're probably pretty versed in this. So you got them. I don't feel there's any need to have you repeat them at the end. Tell me what RP13 and RP14 are. Yes, so 13 is the non-RP behavior. The 14 is the sexual harassment. Obviously, I'm sure you've done interviews and stuff before. When I explain RP14, I kind of like to include any kind of discrimination. Because on this base, we have a zero toleration for disrespect, discrimination, or harassment. So that includes, racial discrimination, gender discrimination, things like that. Let me ask you, what made you want to come back to the military after being MG3? All right, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I heard you say you were AFK on the other server, so you got dismissed. All right, so how are you gonna do differently here? Let me ask you that. All right. So one thing I will tell you, since you're in a different time zone, um, we don't need you to be on at the same time as everybody else. Obviously, the base has stuff going on 24/7. So whenever is best for you to hop on, you're good to hop on. Obviously, still pay attention to the rules, follow the rules. Um, because if we find out there are reprimands and stuff involved with that. But yeah, just to avoid that AFK, if you get tired, just go ahead and clock out. It's not a necessity that you be on with everybody else. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, like I said, if being on during U.S. time is difficult for you, um, don't stress it too much. As long as we see that you have activity logged in, which we can check, um, it wouldn't be an issue. So it's just important, you get on when you can. We do have a requirement though. Um, we require that you be on at least 2 hours a day on average. It doesn't have to be 2 hours straight, just collectively 2 hours. And then it's also required that you attend 2 raids a day, as well as 2 debriefs and 2 drills. Is that going to be an issue for you? All right, and like I said, you only need to attend 2 of them. So, whatever 2 best work for your time, those are the ones I'd recommend you attend. Um, if it's hard for you to do that, obviously I understand. We can try and figure something out, but you would have to come reach out to one of us generals to help you make that decision. All right. All right. So you said you were NG 3 different times. What is a weakness that you've noticed you have that we can try and help you improve on? All right. May I ask where you are from? All right. So we actually have an MG, or I'm sorry, my fellow LTG. Um, he is also from that area. He currently lives in the U.S. though, but he can probably definitely help you understand better and talk to you. Yes, Mr. Frank. But yeah, his name is LTG Richie. Um, like I said, he comes from the area that you're from, and he can definitely assist you with a couple of things if you need that assistance. And then we also have a couple soldiers from Dubai, if I'm not mistaken. So we do have a few from our side of the world. All right. So besides the AFK, because ultimately the AFK is going to be up to you. We can't log out for you and log in for you and stuff like that. What is something you know of that we can help you improve on? Copy. Yeah, we do. We do plenty of taser drills and shooting drills here. Um, after raids as long as we've earned them. So we do multiple different kinds of scenarios and things of that nature to try and help you improve on those skills, which is why it's important to attend these debriefs and drills after raids. Mr. Astro, just stand at one of the desks behind you, please, for now. All right, so Mr. Frederick, with you, I don't have many questions because you have been in the military before, you were in MG before. You know what's to be expected of you. Respect is a major thing here. We don't want anybody disrespecting anybody, no matter what their rank is. And that kind of ties into that follow the chain of command. You know, if somebody tells you to do something, go ahead and do it. If you have a problem with it, just go ahead and bring it up to them later on and have a private conversation about that. I don't know how they do things in Chico, but over here, we don't really goof around too much. We take things very seriously. We try and be professional in all things that we do. That kind of leads to the success of our base over here. So, you know, we have time to have fun and goof around, but we just ask you to maintain a professional style when you know you're guarding gates or having interactions with civilians and gang members. What was that? I'm sorry. All right, so here it is different. Westgate and AP, you are not permitted to call civilians or gang members to those gates. If you need to have a conversation with a civilian or a gang member, whether it be about buying a car or selling a car or something of that nature, we ask that you get with a gen first, get permission to go to Southgate, and make sure that person meets you at Southgate. Okay? Yeah, so like I said, we're a little bit more by the book here, a bit tighter on rules, but that ultimately is what leads to our success here. Mr. Boone, did you have anything, sir?
Nope.
All right. You do know the 5 base rules. You got a macro for that, which is perfect. So I assume this is a new account for you. Do you have any weapons? All right, copy. Yeah, so I understand, you know, you've been in a higher rank in Chico military. When you come here, if you get the position, just make sure, you know, you're a soft hat now, you're a new recruit. So just follow directions, listen to orders, no arguments, nothing of that nature, okay? All right, Mr. Frederick, I'm gonna have you. Did he log out again? Boone, did you see if he logged out or did he walk out?
I don't know. I was facing this way.
All right, copy. Um, yeah, tell me about it, Frederick. Do you have? Actually, you know what? We're gonna go through your macros later, or Hard Hat will go through your macros later. They may be different from the Chico server, so. All right, so go ahead and give us a salute. All right, congratulations, sir. Welcome to the Covina military. Like I said, things are going to be a little bit different here. We're a little bit more stricter than the Chico server. So just, listen to your higher ups, do what you're told, and do your best, all right? All right, I'm going to try and get a hard hat over here to do your macro training. So just give us a couple minutes. Yeah, we
What
do have
server?
military.
What server?
Sorry, Franks. Go ahead, sir.
What server?
He came from Chico.
Nice.
All right, Mr. Frederick. We do have MPs. We also have DRPs. We typically save those positions for hard hats. So as soon as you become a hard hat, the opportunity will definitely be provided to you as long as you know you're doing good and all that.
All right, everyone, please join the green marker. Then once you join the green marker, please stay on the line. Once you join the green marker, then spawn your vehicle and then you start line up. Okay. Once everyone starts lining up, you can go to spawn your vehicle.
Yo, nobody should pass me.
Line up.
Nobody should
Everyone
pass me. I
move back.
didn't have
Everyone
the
move back. Move back. Come in. Yeah, everyone line up in my front here. But
Hello,
line
move
up.
back,
Hello.
please. Move back, move back, move back. This is not the line. Move back. Move back. This is not the line, guys. Back to the, yeah. They are down there, yeah, like that.
I can't get my car.
Can you spawn your vehicle now?
Already.
All right, so Miss Eve, Mr. Frederick came from the Chico server. He has macros. I don't know if they are the ones that we use here, so just go ahead and verify those for me if you can. Mr. Frederick, under no circumstances are you to use that gray chat. Is that understood? Yes. So anytime you need to say anything, use the floppy chat. Do not use the gray chat at all. Okay. Yeah. DFG Franks just came in here and wanted me to let you know that. So just yeah, just don't use the gray chat. If say anything, use the flabby chat. But I'm gonna have you go with Miss Eve to HQ, and she's gonna go over your macros. Okay.
Yeah, Fredericks, everything is different over here. You can't use that gray chat. Your macros is probably valid, but not completely valid. You hear me? One side. It's different. It's just different. Okay, hold on. Let me relog real quick. And yeah, no. They could do it completely different. You see how I was gonna get in trouble for a rep and shit like that because I didn't supposedly follow orders when it. No, everyone's not allowed to do it. Hold on, I'm gonna be right back. I gotta relog. You have all the macros from Chico, right? Okay, the only ones that we don't use is the buses and no, we don't use half of the macros, but you also have to add. Hold on, show me your macros. Hold on. Show me all your macros. Okay, so what you need to change is the top ones. Um, how you were MPOFC, that one. All these are right. It's just the only thing that they have different here. I'm gonna show you mine. I'm gonna show you mine. Look. So the last two, and then you have to add. I don't know. That's what the FG sent me, mind you. These macros are what the F, like the chief, sent me. Okay, so all your macros are right. Just add the Zulu. Add all of those last three. Adjust your clock in and clock out. He said he's currently not an MP on this server. Also, the patrol duty, the unit patrol duty. Yeah, those ones you gotta change those ones. The NPC ones. All right, you got it. Oh, you changed them, right? Okay, cool. I'm gonna still send you the. Okay, so when you did you put the last three in? The Zulu, Lima, and X-ray. So next to it, I want you to put Zulu is for AP when we're doing raids. Lima is LIMA, that's for Southgate, and X-ray is for Westgate. Okay, but hold on. I'm gonna just let you know now. This one, that's for AP. So if you're ever at AP pack and you're standing there and there's too many people there, you put up that one. That is for Southgate. So I'm gonna let you know now how they set us up for what's it called? How they set us up for the raid is completely different than how we do it in Covina. Chico, it's completely different. Okay, so then the X-ray is for Westgate. What's Ligma War? Okay, go through your, hold on. And put your all your macros in again. Okay, yeah, you got all the macros right now. So you know the intruder from Southgate headed to mid. You need to put the I in intruder. I in. You get- oh no, you have to change that one. So the lemon one, and then you have to put yeah, keep that one, but erase the LIM one. You got the LIMA, then that's good. But the LIM one, you gotta go. What happened to your macros with Southgate, Westgate, safe and secure? Oh, it says search and secure. Delete the search part. So in the Westgate, safe and secure, Southgate, safe and secure, AP, safe and secure, Silo, safe and secure. Delete the search part in that. Just keep it safe and secure. You fixed the Lima one? Oh, okay, go ahead. Keep going. All right. That's all of them. You said what? I don't know. I think that seems weird because I have to do laps after. So after I get done with you, what about General Connor? What happened? He's a general now. Not that I know of, but there was one dude that was from Chico, but he had retired yesterday. Would add you to the Discord channel. I think you have to go into the roles and setup in Covina. The you want to add the FG? His is here. I just gave you the FG. I just gave you his. His is Immortal Cricket. Immortal Cricket. Okay, so Abdi, what happened yesterday? Because I'm not typing all that. What happened yesterday is I called Lil Big up there to Westgate and to talk about one of his cars. So I went one of his cars. And Richie comes down there and sees him there and tells Lil Big, oh, I already gave you 2 warnings. You know what happens the third time, this and the third. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I said, I called him up here, so what are you talking about? He was like, well, you're not supposed to be doing that, this and the third. I said, since when was it a rule? Why was I never informed of this? He was like, then that's when that video came and put. And then now today he wants to put 10-4 in the chat. But now today Richie wants to tell ask the FG and if I could do laps today for supposedly not following the orders, not obeying orders. And at what point I don't see like what was I not obeying orders if I didn't know anything about it. I don't see how if I what would you just say? Well, that can't happen here.
Um,
I think we can take him on the tour now. So he got his
say
macros
do
down.
what?
Vegix, he got his macros down. Yeah, that didn't make
So, in my opinion, like you say, you wasn't informed, you wasn't told, you wasn't given a heads up or whatever. Like, if that is something that's gonna be of an issue or something that is gonna be of a concern or whatever, they need to arise that from the jump. Like, hey, you can't do X, Y, and Z here and there. You can't just punish somebody and not tell them about it.
The only time he told me that I wasn't supposed to do that was literally when it was happening. So you could talk to Franks about that. You should literally talk to Franks about that because he still wants me to do the laps for it when I was not informed. How am I supposed to do laps for something if I'm not informed of it?
I didn't even see you run in here, Abby. My bad.
Nah, you good. I was like, is he okay?
Ooh.
Gucci over here looking for me. He ain't even in here.
All right, Abby, I'm gonna have you switch out with Miss Eve. Miss Eve, have you completed Frederick's macro training?
Yeah.
All right, copy. Yeah, Abdi. He shouldn't need a base tour. But give him one anyways. He's from the Chico server, so just give him a little bit rundown on how we do things here. Miss Eve, could you come with me, please?
Yes.
I don't know why I did that.
Crazy.
I don't know why I did that.
So did she already have you set up the macros in the radio? All right, if she did all that, I'm not gonna do it again. So if you have all the macros already, we just gonna go ahead and hop into the base tour and knock that out right quick. By any chance, do you have any rifles or anything, or just a taser? So So obviously this building we in, this is HQ. You come into HQ to get your ammunition. You could get ammo every 30 minutes. You could come in here and get ammunition. And whenever you get to the right rank and you end up getting a vest, you could come in here to get your vest anytime. Now the only time you can't come in here to get a vest is if you're on vacation. So once you make it to a hard hat and you start taking vacations, don't come back over here to get a vest if you get killed in the city, because you cannot come in here to get a vest if you die on vacation. No, you don't need to ask for permission for this. So if you want to come in here to get a vest, like let's say you at like Westgate or something and you were getting shot at and your vest went away or you ran out of ammo, you could literally just tell the guys at the gate with you, hey, give me a second, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get ammo. Like you don't have to put it on the radio or anything. Like it's not a required thing to put on the radio. You could just leave and come get your vest and ammo. So back here we have the grocery store. So since we don't have like a drugstore or anything like that, if you need food or whatever for like health, you could buy it from here. Just read the description because some of it say use immediately, so it will use it right there and then, and some of it say stored. So for the one that say stored, it will go into your inventory and you will keep it till you use it. So since you're on base 24/7, you're not allowed to go off of base unless you put a BR. So if you need to go to the outside to the city for anything, whether it's a purchase car, sell, buy drugs, whatever it might be, You have to put it up on Discord for BR request. Otherwise, if you need food or whatever, please use the store right here, and you can get your food from here.
Let's
So remember, your 5 base rules. One of them is no spawning vehicles without the permission of a gen. So don't ever spawn a vehicle, because there is a task where you got to do where you have to spawn a jeep. So don't spawn it without the permission of a gen. So always set it up in the radio, permission to spawn the jeep and despawn, and they will give you that green light to spawn one. So like that, you put permission to spawn the jeep for task or despawn, and then a gen or somebody will a gen, not somebody, a gen and higher will come, and they will tell you, they'll give you a 10-4. Do not spawn the jeep till you get that 10-4, because otherwise, if you spawn the jeep and you didn't get that 10-4, you could get in trouble for not following orders. So also that right there is a second example, permission to do watches. So if you want to do watches or anything like that to earn medals, just ask for permission to do watches, and a gen or somebody will come on and give you the 10-4. How many who? There's no limits to watches. So if you want to do watches, you could do watches. You just have to ask for permission. So like right now, he's trying to make sure we have enough people for him to do watches. Because if there's not enough people covering the gates, they're not gonna let him do any watches. You're not in mid. It's okay. You don't gotta stand on. I just put it up there base door. I'm on base door with you, so they're gonna know you're with me. So you good. Speed limit on base is 65. So if you do drive a military vehicle, the speed limit on base is 65. No. You don't gotta put nothing. I'm just letting you know speed limit is 65. This position over here to the right of us, that is sandbags. Anybody could work at sandbags. Soft hat, hard hats, gens, they all could work at sandbags. If you want to come up here to work, you can come up here to work. These Jeeps suck. Doesn't. This up here, Southgate, only gens and hard hats are authorized to work here. And I'm like, what the hell? Who honking at me? Now, the only exception to working up here as a soft hat is if you get permission from a gen or during nighttime when we don't have a lot of bodies online, they would ask you to come up to Southgate, but you're not authorized to work up here unless you're given permission to. This down here is silos. It's just one of the areas we have on base. Nothing much really happens here. Sometimes we do come over here for drills. So if they do tell you to go to silos, it's down here. I think this right here is one of our DRP points. Nobody really works here. It just stays like that, so you don't have to worry about this while you're here. This right here is HP. This is our hospital. So whenever we die, whenever we get killed, or whatever the case might be, we get sent here. We don't go to the city HP. As a soldier, you would always respawn right here. Now during raid times, whenever you die and you here, make sure you eat and heal yourself while you're here before you go back to the fight. Because if you go back and you start shooting, then you start to eat, you could get in trouble. So always make sure you fill up your health while you're on here before you return back to the raid.
Long to be able to get what you need to get.
No, man.
Don't you ever walk up on that again.
This right here is Westgate. This is Westgate. Difference between Westgate and Southgate is that tower. So if you see the tower, you're at Southgate. If you don't see no tower, Westgate. Soft hat, hard hats, whatever gems, they could all work up here. The only point that you can't work at is Southgate. So you get a hard hat. The only point you can't work at is Southgate. You gentlemen could carry on. So what about Miss Flippin and Miss Fire? Some of them put misfire just because they want to, not get in trouble. But if it's an actual misfire, then yes, let them know misfire, misclick. Because I do that too. There's where I would, I want to turn my screen, but I accidentally shoot. So just let them know, hey, disregard this shot, or it was a misfire or something like that. They'll be okay. That you're not gonna get in trouble as long as you're not purposely like aiming at somebody and trying to hit them.
He's not that kind of general.
So stupid, David.
This right here, it's AP. So if they do tell you to go AP, this will be AP. And sometimes they do tell us to go to city AP. So if they tell you to go to city AP, just go to the city AP. That's just the city airport. But this is the Army's airport. So this is one of the points that you could also work at as a soft cap. So the wall behind us, that is AP. Whenever we do raids, only hard hats, and sometimes they do let a few soft hats, just depending on what kind of weapon you have. They will let you stand on that wall, and that'll be your assigned position. So that's one of our assigned position, AP pack. AP wall. To the left side over here, where the grass area is at, that's gonna be AP. Oh shit, I forgot about the timer. This right here is gonna be AP pack. So whenever they tell you to go to AP pack, there'll be a blue circle right here during the raids, and you would just basically be shooting the gang members from here, making sure they don't come and take any of the packages. So this right here is AP pack.
That was Sir Alex who asked me to give her that. But DFG has gone through all the videos, and it was the way she was talking. She was right there. When I gave the first warning to Lil Big, she was there, and she said that you guys are stupid that you have such rules. I've got a clip of her where she's saying that Colonel should be able to take us for a BR.
It's going RT. Sorry, Abby.
All right, so this right here is our mid. So if they tell you to come to mid, this area where we at is mid. The building behind us, that's the RT. That's the RT building. And that's just, our radio tower. So that's where we have our debriefs or anything like that. That's where we have it at, in that building right there. Now, there are positions that are being held in this area when it comes to raids. So since you're a soft hat and you only have a, what do you call it, taser, and they might let you join a raid. They might let you join later tonight raid, or they might have you stand on top of RT just to kind of like observe and watch. If they do let you join the raid, you'll be stationed in mid because you're pretty much a new hire and whatever. Now you don't got guns, you'll be stationed at mid. So if they tell you to go to mid, you'll be here. Follow me right quick. Right here. So this right here will be mid. You can stand where I'm standing at right now. You can stand over there to the right side over there. Or you can stand on the left side where this green machine is at. It doesn't matter where you stand at over here. This whole area is mid. Now with mid, your responsibilities are to make sure nobody comes into the circle to take any packs. So just like how I showed you AP pack over there, there's gonna be a mid pack as well. So they're gonna be coming into mid to be trying to take the packages. So you want to face them and shoot the guys that are coming in. Since, like I said, since you don't have an AR, just go ahead and use taser. So you could tase them, and the person next to you could shoot them if they have a gun. But this is where, like, this is mid right here. So right here, this crossing road that I'm on, and back where that wall ends, that the wall to my right where it ends, all of this is West Gate. So if they tell you to go work West Gate, don't go all the way down to the gate, because if you go all the way down to the gate, you will die. So for the most part, if they tell you West Gate, South Gate, remember for West Gate, the crossroad right here, and back towards where the wall ends. You see those tanks? I mean tanks. You see those barricades or whatever to the left. If you want to use that as cover, you can. You know, you're authorized to, but don't go all the way down there. Like, don't go over there. Just anywhere from here and up, and not past those bunkers, and not past that wall back there. So this right here is West Gate when it comes to raids. So same thing here. This is Southgate. Anything from here and back, to that wall, like where those containers are at, in there, you can hide over there by that wall. But here, from all the way back there, this is Southgate. If you want to use this tents in front of us, the tanks or whatever to hide under, you can as well. And if you want to use these tanks to my right side, next to this green building, the bunk, you can as well. Now for Southgate, you could go all the way up to those tents up there in front of us. You could go all the way up to those tanks right there and hide if you want to, because sometimes game members do come from the wall side and go make their way over there and try to sneak up on us. So you could work from here up to where the tents are at, or from here all the way back to where that building ends. So this right here is Southgate. So if you ever get assigned to work Southgate, it's this position right here. Now, sometimes they might tell you to work Westgate mid or Southgate and mid. And what all of that means is you just come right here where I'm standing at. This is like the middle area right here in between mid and Southgate. So you will sit here, and if anybody comes from in front of you from the Southgate side, you will shoot them. And if anybody gets anywhere near the packs over here, you will be shooting them as well. So you'll be pretty much moving left and right, so covering the guys in the back while also covering the guys in the front. So you be basically multitasking. So you always want to like keep turning your screen or walking around in this area just to kind of see nobody sneaks up on y'all or whatever. So you can work in the spot. There's no cover here, unfortunately, so it sucks. So just try to move as much as possible. Like if they're shooting at you, move, get cover, and then come back. Don't just stand there and let them kill you. Yeah, but that's pretty much all the positions when it comes to raid. We do have 5 raids a day. The first one starts at 12, and then it's 2 hours from there. So it'll be 12, 2, 4, 6, and the last one is like 8 or something. I don't know what time frame it is for other people, but all of these time frames are Eastern time. So it's from 12 o'clock when we start our first raid. Just remember there's 2 hours in between for each raid. So the first raid would be 12, and 2 hours later, 2 hours later, 2 hours later, 2 hours later. There's 5 raids. Out of the 5 raids, you only have to be there for 2. If you want to be there for all 5 of them, it's not an issue. You could come for all 5, but it's only required that you're there for 2, and you have to be there for the debriefing. So after the raids, we'll go into RT and then we'll talk about what happened, what we could have done better, whatever, like sustains and improvements or things of that nature. After the debrief, we do drills. You are required to do one drill per day. Now, the drills sometimes they quick. You could be taser battles, it could be a shootout battle, it could be a 1v1, 2v2, whatever. Like it doesn't matter. There's all kinds of drills that they would run. You just have to be there for one. If you want to be there for all of the drills and participate, by all means, you could do that as well. But the requirement is just one. You have to do 2 hours in the game. 2 hours. It doesn't have to be 2 hours back to back. It could be 2 hours broken up. If you want to do 30 minutes right now, get off, come back, do another 30 minutes, get off, come back, do another 30 minutes, up to 2 hours, that's okay. If you want to do more than 2 hours, that's also okay. There's no time restriction. Our minimum is just 2 hours. If you're in this game 24 hours, like we don't care. That's good for you. The better we get, you get to earn medals, you get to do all that good stuff. So if you're able to contribute more time, do more time. If you are not, just do whatever the minimum is and whatever you could spare. We do try to ask everybody get on for the raids, because the raids are only 15 minutes. So the more bodies we have, the higher of a chance of us winning. But sometimes some people can't make it to certain raids. That's okay. That's understandable. If you have something going on IRL and you're not able to get on the game or you're not able to meet your requirements for those days, just go ahead and send it on Discord. Hey, I can't come on today. Um, because I got this and that going on. You don't have to give them full details or tell them your life story. Just tell them like, hey, I can't come on today because I got family issues or something like that. And they'll be totally okay with it. Do you have any questions, comments, concerns, or you good? Nope, that's fine. Just go ahead and use your clock micro and you're good to go, sir. Oh, yeah, that's fine. I was hoping you could be here for the raid. If you can get on for the raid, just try to make it to the raid. And I think it's like around. Well, I'm not sure what time it is for you. For me, it's 8 something. I think for the game it's like 10.
You have me go in RT. I might lose my hat, but I don't care.
All right, Mama. So yeah, you go ahead and clock out. That's my wifey. No, you good. But yeah, you good to go since you clocked out. You can go ahead and go. If you can make it for the raid, please make it for the raid. You say you did what? Yeah, that's fine. She's pretty nice. She's cool peeps. I met her on here one of the nights I was working, so she's pretty good. You say you did what? Wait, so she got kicked out of the faction from another server? Bet. Well, yeah, she failed to mention that because she didn't tell me any of that. She just told me that that what do you call it that they were on some bullshit or something like that, and like she left because she didn't want to deal with their BS, so she came to this server. Nah, it's all good though. If you wanna if you clocking, you can go ahead. I'm not trying to hold you up. You go ahead and go charge your phone or what it is that you need to do. If you have any other questions or concerns, comments, whatever, like I said, I'll be here. So just holler at me.